An independent report into the economic health of our cities says Birmingham is one of 3 cities showing signs of growth. But the research also suggests that the economic recovery is widening the gap between London and the rest of the country. Our business correspondent Peter Plisner reports.
Serving up a recipe for success, and not just in the kitchen. This restaurant is located in Birmingham's Colmore Business District. It's one of the big growth areas of the city, and here bookings are growing too.
I think we reflect what's happening within the professional sector in the city. We're used very much for lunchtime trade. We are used for private functions for firms, and I think we're right, if you like, almost at the coalface of what's happening.
Today's report talks about a ring of confidence within the city centre. Inside it, businesses are performing well. While there is growth and job creation here in the city centre, according to this report, Birmingham as a whole is failing to punch its weight when compared to other cities. And here's some of the evidence. Just yards from the city centre, a car park that by now should have been turned into an office block, and not far away, a derelict building.
I think the report is bang on. Over many years, Birmingham and other second-tier cities like Manchester haven't really pulled their weight on a whole range of things. Employment, business startups, qualifications, average wages.
And worse still, Birmingham appears to be lagging behind when it comes to new jobs. According to the report, London has created 14 times more jobs than Birmingham. But city leaders maintain that there are reasons why that's happened.
London is bigger than Birmingham, but London hasn't gone into recession, and that's really the reason for all of this. We've been saying for a long while that the southeast, London, is an overheated economy, and we need to rebalance the UK economy.
And one way of doing that, according to the report, would mean more powers being devolved to Birmingham and away from London. Peter Plisner, BBC Midlands Today.
So that's how it's looking for our biggest city. But what about other areas of the West Midlands? Well, our reporters are spread across the region tonight. Let's start with Sian Grezchek, who's in Coventry. And what's the picture there, Sian?
Well, Mary, there's good news and bad news for Coventry. The bad is that 15% of the working population doesn't have any qualifications, and that puts us near the bottom for the whole country. And that's reflected with one of the lowest employment rates for any major city. But Coventry is near the top for property price rises. And we're a happy lot. According to the report, Coventry is ranked 7th for increasing life satisfaction, which suggests we're the happiest city in the West Midlands. Now let's cross over to Phil McCann, who's got all the latest and the picture in Stoke.
Over 2,000 new private sector jobs have been created in Stoke-on-Trent in the period that's covered by this report. That's one of the highest rates of jobs growth in the country, but a lot of those jobs are low paid, low skilled, and they're for employers that originate from outside of the city. In fact, Stoke-on-Trent is 3rd from bottom of this report for new business startups. And one of the reasons, according to the Centre for Cities, is Stoke-on-Trent's weak city centre, something the council's trying to do something about. But in a city that's uniquely made up of 6 different towns, it's proving very controversial. My colleague Matt in Worcester can tell you the situation there.
The unemployment rate in Worcester is just under 6.5%, and that's better than both the regional and the national average. Now, nearly a fifth of those jobs are on professional jobs. Now, that is actually better than Coventry and Wolverhampton. In Herefordshire, the unemployment rate's even lower at 5.5%, and around about half of all the jobs in the county are in Hereford City. Now, there are plans to bring more jobs to both Hereford and to Worcester. In Hereford, there's the continued development of the old market site, and in Worcester, there's a new technology park planned. Now, for a look at the situation in Shropshire, here's Mark Elliott.
Here in Shropshire, Telford's up near the top of the league for the growth of private companies, but that doesn't offset the number of jobs lost in the public sector. A lot of people work in manufacturing, but to improve, the authors of the report suggest the town should focus more on services and on improving transport links. The Chamber of Commerce disagrees. It says the local economy is doing well and that manufacturing is the right area to concentrate on. Mary.
Mark Elliott and all our reporters around the region, thank you. Now the time, it's just coming up to 16 minutes to 7, and this is our top story tonight.